The new Strand aspect Banner of War has brought Berserker Titan from a solid choice to a must pick, perfectly personifying the Titan playstyle. Empowered melees, huge damage resist, and healing to keep the aggression going. Starting with that aspect, here's exactly what it does. Activated upon a melee kill, including swords and glaives, grants the buff Banner of War for 15 seconds. Any other kills by yourself or nearby teammates extend the Banner of War for up to 30 seconds, as well as increasing its healing frequency. And that healing is 20 hit points per proc, starting at once every 2.5 seconds, up to a max at once per 1 second. And while the Banner of War is active, all melee attacks are enhanced. 40% extra for uncharged and charged melees, 25% extra for glaive melees, and 10% extra for sword melees. All of this melee support is the basis for the rest of the build. The second aspect into the Fray gives easy access to Woven Mail, a 55% damage resist upon destroying a tangle, and while Woven Mail is active, base melee regen is increased by a huge 400%. The grenade of choice will be the grapple grenade, mainly because it allows for an additional charge melee at the end of the swing. This grapple melee unravels on impact and has a small AoE radius. It also deals high base damage, further enhanced with the Banner of War. For fragments, go with this. Thread of Generation for quick grapple recharges, Thread of Warding for a second way to gain Woven Mail, Thread of Ascent for on-the-go reloading, and Thread of Propagation to enhance strand weapons with unravelling rounds. And on weapons, a lot of this is personal preference, but a 1-2 punch shotgun will go a long way. It can be activated on each charge melee for a 100% increase in damage. You can even use it with the grapple melee. It's harder to execute, but with practice very possible. Monte Carlo is excellent to keep the melee energy rolling in. Its catalyst allows for it to be transformed into a melee weapon too. This also benefits from Banner of War. You can hit some pretty insane numbers with it, all the way up to the damage cap. Otherwise, run some strand weapons to benefit from unravelling rounds and their tangle generation, or options to deal with inactivities champions. The exotic armour of choice is likely not a surprise to many of you, the Synthoceps. These increase all melee damage by 200% when surrounded by 3 or more enemies, and also increase super damage by 50% under the same conditions, making Blade Fury hit incredibly hard. The playstyle, as you could probably guess, is aggressive and melee heavy. Keeping Banner of War permanently active is the main goal, and this is done by chaining kills with high damage attacks. The healing and resistance will ensure you can achieve this without setback. Be sure to utilise charged melee attacks with 1-2 punch and the Monte Carlo bayonet with Synthoceps as much as possible, as they're incredibly heavy hitting. Thank you for watching.